Alright guys, today I've got what I think is one of the more interesting builds that I've put together. I decided to jump back over to the pig. It had been a while since I played the pig. But what I've got, I don't even know what I would classify it. I guess I would mostly call it a blindness status effect build, which prevents survivors from being able to see one another's auras. So what I've got here, it's a tier 3 Scourge Hook Monstrous Shrine. So it will give 20% faster entity progression if I am not within 24 meters of that hook. Since I don't face camp hooks, that is relatively easy to do. And it does further clarify that basement hooks also count as Scourge hooks. So if I happen to be near a basement, get somebody down there, that will also count. So I'll have 8 total, 4 outside plus the 4 in the basement. The next one is Knockout. Now this is one of those random perks. I put in a random perk I had never used build, but one of the effects on Knockout at the very bottom you'll see there is Blindness. Prevents survivors from seeing auras. So survivors that get put into the dying state, as we know from the last video I used this, they're not going to be revealed to other survivors if they're greater than 16 meters away. And they also crawl 50% slower for 15 seconds, and they recover 25% slower. And any survivor is going to be affected by blindness. So as soon as I basic attack knock somebody down, this comes into play. Paired with that is Fearmonger. Any survivor repairing a generator suffers from blindness and also exhausted. If they're already exhausted, it's going to pause the timer so that they will maintain that exhaustion longer, and it lingers for 4 seconds after they stop repairing. So I've got blindness plus exhausted on this one. I've got blindness on this one. I've got faster hook progression on this one if I'm further away. So since I'm preventing them from seeing auras, if I can get somebody down and get them on a Scourge hook and get greater than 24 meters away, it's going to move quicker, and with these potential for keeping them from seeing auras, they won't even know where to go to look. I guess if they're paying attention, when I get the hook, they can still see it through the wall and have a general idea. That's kind of the thought process behind it. I don't know how in practice this is actually going to work, but these are the 3 core, and then I'm going to keep Nowhere to Hide just for some light aura reading, all related to damaging gens. But since if they're on a gen, they're going to have blindness, and I'm playing the pig, I think I've got a pretty good shot at actually getting some light aura reading in here to pair with these other perks. So in practice, I'm not really sure how well this is going to go, but I thought it sounded like one of the more interesting builds that could be put together that still uses some perks that really I don't ever use. So we're going to pop right in and just try this out on the pig. Okay, Mount Ormond. Not a bad map. I'm going to guess that they're spawning on the opposite side of the map from me. Possibly down near this gen, or that other gen that's just to the left as I'm looking at it. We're just going to creep up real quiet like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Closest hook to here, don't really know. Let's just set her down for a second. Come kick this gen. She gets away, totally fine. I'll use him instead. Oh, actually, let's set him down for a second. Got one on the corner over here. It's kind of far. Not sure if I'm going to make it. Nope. But he's got a trap on his head, so he's got to deal with that. Which is frankly always problematic. And I've gotten well away, so the entity progress on my hooked fang is moving along quite nicely. Obviously, I know there's some survivors down here because they finished a gin. We'll see if anybody comes down to try to save this fang. They did. They just saved her. I see you. Oh yeah, I see you. I don't want you, Fang. Don't even worry about it. We'll put her right back over here on this same hook. She obviously has a survivor nearby that helped her. So we'll kick this gen, see if we get a little light aura reading out of it. Hi, Fang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll kick that. Well, that was a waste of a trap. She's a glutton for punishment. Oh, she just got her trap off, too. That stinks. She's dead on hook. So we've got the one way back there in the far back corner. And then the two right over here. Oh, he's injured. That's a problem for him. Big problem, actually. She's injured too. No, you don't. That one's down, that one's down. We've got the one back over here. Not sure if I'll make it, but we'll absolutely try. Come on. There it is. Bad move, dude. Bad move, dude. And the next closest hook is right over here. And I think I'll make it. And that'll be a 4K. Yep. Interesting build. Interesting build. It's one of those builds where it's actually a little tough to say what, if any, of the perks helped on X, Y, or Z. But hey, a 4K is a 4K on a pretty big map here with the pig. I think my using the reverse bear traps, which I don't often use, bought me a little more time. So I definitely need to be cognizant to not forget to use those. Definitely useful. Either way, interesting and fun build to run. I'm not sure it's one that I would run in its entirety again, but there are some elements in there that I like. You know, nowhere to hide notwithstanding, obviously. But yeah, good match. Well played. Good attempt by the survivors. Nice job watching each other's backs, but the pig prevails. Guys, appreciate you checking in. We will catch you on the next one.